And this was in my first network marketing company. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. I've got these like $200,000 a month checks rolling in. Like, what could possibly go wrong? And, well, I got terminated. So out of nowhere, I'm terminated from my company. I'm in the middle of a lawsuit. I have to sue the company. It was a disaster. My whole personal life basically fell apart. And luckily, I grew up in poverty. Huh?
Did you win the lawsuit?
I did. Yeah, I got paid.
Settle or win?
Well, it was a settle, but they paid me a lot of money.
Okay.
So
there's no struggle.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, if you're gonna pay me, that's a win. Like, I'm gonna put that in the win column. So, but yeah, it was arbitration, whatever. So, I grew up in poverty, and so because of that, I've always lived way below my means, which I'm so grateful for. I think your life sets you up for a lot of success when you don't realize it until you reflect on it, right? So. I always was living way below my means. I was not doing what most people in business do, which is maybe they hit a grand slam and then they spend all of it. Like they buy, like I was driving a Range Rover, making $200,000 a month, consistently $200,000 a month, right? I wasn't driving what I drive now, as an example. I wasn't spending the $200 and, doing stupid stuff. So when I was terminated, it was a big wake up call because I was like, whoa, okay, so now I have to start from zero again and build again. I had no other streams of income. And as soon as it happened, I went, oh, thank God this happened to me, because I went immediately into that will never happen again. I went right into no matter what, a company will not own me like that ever again. And the only way that that's possible is if your life is not owned by a company. And if every stream of income is owned by literally one man or woman in a tower, not literally, but like, I did say literally, but one person who can pull the plug or whatever at any point in time, then your whole lifestyle is dictated on one person, two people, however many owners are in your company or your brokerage that you're working for, whatever it is. And so as soon as I was terminated, it was, all right, as soon as I start getting even more money, I'm using this money to make money. And so I think the first thing I did was I got some real estate to have some rental properties. After that, I don't even know what was the next thing I did. I have no freaking idea. I started investing in everything. It was like, oh, you got an opportunity? I got money. Come on, let's go. And then I just started, not everything's been a win. Nothing ever is. I took a lot of base hits first, just to kind of be safer. I still have some things that are base hits that make me a couple $1,000s a month, and who cares? A couple $1,000s a month
we
ends up
together. We make a lot of money. We invest together.
Right, exactly. So
I don't like losing.
I have no intentions. I never lose. Everything I touch turns to gold. But there's never been any huge losses. I've had a couple. I invested in a CBD company in Asia, and they took the money and ran. There's been a couple weird. But it wasn't, nothing debilitating. And when it comes to investing, I always say, and I'm sure you say the same thing, A, don't invest in things you don't understand, and B, don't invest with, just because you're a friend with somebody, and then C, don't spend money you can't afford to lose. So when people are, oh, there's going to be a good stock, there's a this or there's a that, and they put all their money in something, and then something fluctuates, or, the whatever, the investment you're expecting doesn't do what you expect it to do, even though they promised you some massive return. Or I have something right now going to IPO, it's got $250,000 in it. It is now 9 months late or something because of COVID and legality stuff and whatever. I'm like, I don't care. Okay, it didn't, whatever. And so it shouldn't affect your life. But anyway, that's why I started diversifying, was I said, nobody's going to own me again. I realized in that moment how much that company owned me. And so I don't teach people to go buy, I've got all the nice stuff, but I'm like, don't go buy the stupid Gucci belt when you're making $5,000 a month. Stop buying the Louis Vuitton belts, shoes, wallets, purses, whatever, looking rich when you're making $10,000, $20,000 a month. I didn't touch anything. I have a lot of really nice stuff, but I'm in network marketing. So sometimes when something looks like something, it's not. All I'm trying to say is I have an upline that I made $4 million last year, and she buys me a lot of stuff that I don't pay for because she needs the tax write-offs on her $4 million I made her, right? So, I just think there's different ways to skin a cat, and I think sometimes people need to know, be intelligent with your money, let your money work for you, and I think a lot of the times, you didn't ask, but I think a lot of the time, I'm sort of running from my past in a way. I mean it in a very positive way. I mean it in a way of, I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to feel really broken. I know what it's like to be picked last for the kickball team, whatever else, soccer team, whatever sports team there was. And I wanted to be best in the world at something. And I just went all in, and I committed to making sure that I took my business really seriously from day one. And here we are.
We may be like twins. They're very similar.
You look just like me. Oh my God.
I know what happened. I was in Canada, not Maryland, but I know you coming out from the hood in Baltimore must have been very difficult for you.
I'm from the country in Maryland, honestly, but same.
I know. So back to so a lot of people have been listening to stories on Clubhouse, and everybody loves telling their sad story. And now it's really interesting because your camera it's recording.
We're going to fix it. Don't worry. I look like we're in target practice. This is target practice, all right?
I'm going to show you what it looks like.
No, it literally looks like a video game. Like, are we? No, this is worse, Bryson.
Yes,
this is terrible.
It's like it's trying to size you up. I've never had an interview. I've done a lot of interviews. This alone is fascinating. I don't know what kind of operation you are, but I don't know what's going on over there. First, it's too hot. Now it's it follows you everywhere, AI, facial recognition.
Yeah, I'm a cyborg, okay? So I'm not even human.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
so you're really a machine. That's how you've been able to make money. I see. That's how you've been able.
Oh, God.
And so,
I just want to make sure.
So now we're back. It's the most fascinating interview of my life. I'm
glad I can make this memorable for you.
Every time I ask a tough question, something happens. So back to people. You've met tons of people. You have tons of organizations. How do you know when you meet somebody that's not as successful as you, right? How do you know that they have it? How do they know you think what? They are going to be good in this business, or any business, as a matter of fact. Because I imagine if they're good with you in their business, they're probably good at anything else. Maybe it's a faster vehicle with you. What is it about people that they got that they're going to be good at this?
Yeah, 3 things. If they are hungry, if they are coachable, and if they are teachable. So I can do anything. I don't care what your background is, what your color hair is, what your skin color is, what your gender is, what your political affiliations. I care nothing about it, but I do care about how hungry you are. I care about if you are going to show up because of an internal thing that I cannot teach. And so that's number 1. The second thing I said is coachable. This is nuts. The amount of people who join something, whether it's real estate or any kind of anything, it doesn't matter, any kind of business, who will not listen to somebody who has gone through the minefield is baffling to me. If I'm the best network marketer in the world, which I am, humbly, right? I am. And I say...
Tell me about a woman that makes more money than you, so you'd be second.
Well, the men are nowhere near either, so, let's just get it straight.
I know, but you just said you're number 1 in the world, but you told me about right before a woman that makes more money than you.
Right, but just because somebody makes more money than me, it could be compensation plan differences, it could be deal differences, it could be other things. I am still the best in the world.
But then you need to start cutting deals, right?
Well, I would rather make way more money than them outside of network marketing, which I do, because I don't want.
Regardless, but you would make that regardless.
It's a moral thing with me. It's a moral thing. I will not cut deals. I will not do deals. I will not. It's just not me.
But it's not. It's leverage.
But that's not.
Influencer, then, because you're like an influencer. You're not just a person.
Oh, big time.
An influencer. Plus, you're protecting yourself on your downside. By getting inside, you're able to cut deals to make sure that they can't do the things that you don't want them to do.
Right. I'm super inside. I'm not taking extra money because for me, I can't tell people the truth and look them in the eyes and say, you can make $1 million a year in this compensation plan without any deals, without any special incentives, without anything extra. I can say that because I've done that. I can say I can coach you and I can teach you and I can train you and I can mentor you through this without any special anything because I did it. So can you. If I start cutting extra deals, I can manipulate people. All salespeople can manipulate people. But for me, it will always be character versus reputation. For me, I don't care if you think I'm a bitch. I don't care if you think I'm rude. I don't care if you think I'm anything. I literally don't care what you think about me, because I put my head on a pillow at night, every night, and I am so proud of the woman that I am. I am so proud of how I have built up. I am dominant in business. Forget gender, forget whatever. I am a force. So you can cut, like, people can cut their deals, they can do whatever. I don't know how you sleep like that. I've never had to do it, and I'm number 1 in the world. So number 2 is coachable.
How come you turn that sad story into success? That I've been listening to a lot of stories, not just through Clubhouse, but it's been years, where people like to be defined by the sad stories. I've always said that criers are not buyers, and I feel like some people want people to feel sorry for them because it either justifies their excuse or gives them a sense of abhorrence that, oh my God, they feel sorry for me. But what doesn't happen is, oh my God, this happened to you? Well, let's partner, right? It's all be like, oh, it's so sad, like, so that victim mentality. I feel like there's an ongoing victim mentality of, because I take a look at you. To be honest, I've never seen, to me, I actually have always seen women equal in any race. Like I've always just the same. Because I've met some very powerful women, I've met some very weak men, I've met some very powerful men, I've met very weak women in business. So to me, it's like kind of like the same. But I feel like people are trying to put labels on different people to justify certain things. And in some cases, that's yes. But once you start putting labels on yourself or justification yourself, you're giving an excuse why you didn't make it, right? And so you're saying, well, because of this, I'm not successful. Rather said, I became successful despite that. Am I off base here? Or?
No, I agree with you. I think that you can choose to be a victim or you can choose to be a victor. My childhood is a disaster. Like, I would not wish my childhood on anybody. It was bad. Like, I sent my dad to jail when I was 9 years old. I was raised by my grandparents, who were already in their 80s. Like, I have, my whole leg is tattooed because it's a tribute tattoo for her. I've got her signature on my wrist. Like, that's my girl. Domestic violence, like, you name it. Like, we didn't have enough food in the house, all of it. But I'm not a victim of that. I am absolutely a victor of that. And the thing, though, is, for me, I don't really mind the sob stories as long as they are willing to be, again, point 2, coachable. Like, can you be coachable to take your story and not let it define you and let it be part of what actually turns you in to the person that you're supposed to be? So my story is nuts. My story is very powerful. I love telling my story because it gives people a lot of hope, but the hope is only there because I've overcome it. You can't give people hope if you're going to sit in it and wallow in it and cause, try to bring people down into the gutter with you. And that's what a lot of people do, is they're like, let me tell my story, hear my sob story so you feel so bad for me. Like, okay, I hear you. Let's overcome it. You are strong. There is not a human on earth. I say this, I coach this, I don't know your belief system. I don't think anyone's broken. Okay? I think people like to play into it a lot. You are not broken. I scream this on the internet. I'm like, you are a little bent, or maybe very bent, but you are not broken. So if you're choosing to be this victim all the time, the only person you're hurting is you. Is it uncomfortable to make change? Yes. Is it uncomfortable to get away from the crazy people of your past, your psycho husband, your whatever the situation is? Yes. But are you going to be a victim of your circumstances, or are you going to put yourself around people who are going to get you out of that situation? And if you remain coachable and you remain around people who are stronger than you right now, you also will be somebody who overcomes the things that are currently in your present or your past that you are holding on to like 1,000-pound weight, not allowing you to move.
So what do you think is your greatest strength and your greatest weakness in business?
My greatest strength in business is probably either tenacity or consistency. I am the most consistent person I've ever met in my life. I go live about 8 hours a day, every day. I've been live almost 5 years in a row now. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And then I'm a shark. Like, I am going after it. If I say I want it, it's mine. Like, if I say I'm going to be number 1, you're done. go compete for second place. There's just no room for you at the top. I don't know. I like to be a dominator, so I'm super tenacious in everything I do.
Hence the problems with other males.
I don't have problems with men. Men love me. I'm cute.
They're afraid of you. They love you, but they're afraid of you.
Whatever.
Which man wants to be dominated? How many men do you know want to be dominated?
I don't want to be dominated. No. What are you talking about? I am not. No. Excuse me. I am not dominant in relationships, JT.
You are dominated.
No, I am not. Excuse me. I'm calling a foul play. I am not a dominant in a relationship. No. I am. So
here's the thing too. Your business, in a way, transcends because it's all business. So that's the way you are. You can't help it. I mean, maybe for a couple times you'll be the soft, sweetie, stuff like that. But that's not who you are. You're a dominator.
Yeah, but I'm very soft in relationships.
Like a switch.
Honestly,
there's a switch, but it is who you are. I'm a shark. I'm a shark. I want something. I'm gonna get it. And then you're like, I'm sweet. And you can't play that. It doesn't work that way because that's what people say. Because you're more on work more times than you are there. So yeah, maybe you kick back and sit back, but like I said, men are intimidated by it. I'm not, but I'm just saying a lot of men are.
A lot of men are, but
I don't know. Jessie Lee, now you are a dominator. Now you can't be a shark and be a woman. It just don't work. Now, try to be like a unicorn. Everybody likes unicorns.
Right? I don't know who you were trying to mimic there, but I'm not here for it, JT. Okay, I'm not here for it.
By the way, you have purple hair. It does make sense that the unicorn. I think that is. You're a unicorn because you make things magical.
I am not a unicorn.
It can be a shark. I'm a shark. It can be two sharks.
I'm pretty positive I'm a shark, but that's fine.
You think you're more of a shark than me? Yeah,
I do actually.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have a shark tattoo? I have a shark tattoo. Where's your shark tattoo?
Oh,
right. That's what I thought. So you go ahead and take your seat. Second place.
That was a mic drop. I'll give you that one. No tattoos. No. So many places I could go now. Like I've been silenced by a shark tattoo.
Yeah.
How did the interview go? I have a shark tattoo. I got eaten alive by a shark tattoo. I got gobbled up. I am now an orca whale.
That's cool. Killer whales are dangerous too. So I'll just call you an orca. Next time I see you on the clubhouse, I'll introduce you as the orca.
The orca, and you can be the shark, and we can be orca shark. Imagine that brand. They get a whole new product, a whole new business. Orca shark.
I hope this interview is going exactly how you anticipated it. This is great. This is good for me.
I mean, did I expect you to show your tattoo in the middle of the interview? Hell no. Right? But that is must-see rated. That's why this is going to be like the highest rated of all time. You know what? Forget Pacino, Stallone, Schwarzenegger. Forget that. Julia Roberts, forget that. Yeah. We got Shark.
Julia who?
So,
just kidding.
So, what's your greatest weakness?
My heart. I'm a big mush ball. It's a good strength, but it's also a weakness. I've allowed way too many times people really close to me who are of a lot more detriment than not. So
it's part of success, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody. That's part of it when they come out there. Everybody wants to be a friend, and that's why a lot of successful people have very small circles for that very reason. Because and that's why I think a lot of successful people, they're very guarded because I think a lot of people don't realize the sacrifice it takes. You know what I mean? They see it on TV. They don't understand the sacrifice, and there's always a trust element. And if you ever wonder why a lot of rich people hang out together, is because, or even like why a bunch of actors and actresses get together, it's because they understand what the other person is going through. Now, mind you, a lot of them end up in divorces, but they understand what they're going through. And so as a result, but I think, competition is good in a relationship, but sometimes it's at the detriment of the betterment. So it's kind of like you gotta let people do their own thing, their own independence. I believe everyone should have their own independence because that you don't live once. That's what I said.
I actually like that when you said that.
Yeah. So in closing, it's hard to top the shark tattoo. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna screenshot that. I don't know what next. Like I'm waiting for something else to happen. I don't know what else can happen.
The camera might blow up. I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
So you're 32.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a long way to go.
Yes.
So what's next? What's next for you? I mean, you're already number one. So where to go from there? Unless you want to go to Mars with Elon. But you're number one, and I'm number one at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever wonder though that compared to Elon Musk, we haven't done anything?
I know.
Did you ever? Have you ever thought about that?
Not to Elon Musk, because I think he's a little bit strange. He's amazing, but he's a little bit strange. But in general, yeah, he's a weirdo. Like, I love it. I think. Huh?
You just pulled up a shark in the middle of that tattoo, and you got.
I mean, I didn't say I wasn't weird. I'm just saying he's strange.
Right, but he's putting people to space, and he's cars and doing a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, you look at these people. I don't know.
No, for sure, I agree.
Like,
yeah.
Right. It's like when he went to, like, earlier this year when he put people in space, and I was dealing with a client that morning, right? I'm like, and I'm just like, I was like trying to pick it up, and then I saw like on the news that Elon Musk put something in space. I'm like, that guy's putting people in space, and I'm trying to convince somebody that like has great potential to like just get off their butt. And so sometimes, which by the way is part of success, right? Of never being satisfied and always looking up. Because I think if you become satisfied, you go down. But so at this point, what's left for you? I mean, what's the next phase?
Yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near done. My goal for December 2021 is to make $2 million that month. So I want to have a $12 million year in my network marketing company. But I want to get a lot more into real estate this year. That's one of my big things that I'm doing. I also just started investing in supercars, but like flipping them. So that's been really fun. I like cars in general, so that's been cool. But I think I'll always be in competition with myself. So I'm always open to opportunity. And I think that's really the secret to success, is that you can't be satisfied. And once you realize there's always something more out there, I think. Now, I've never been around Elon, but I've spent a lot of time with a lot of billionaires. And for me, every time I'm around them, it's just a vision thing. It's just a vision thing. And I think there's a lot of people maybe even listening to this who, they're so scared to make the money because they think it's going to change them. But I just want to encourage everybody that, I'm friends with billionaires that literally they live on ranches here in Texas, and you would never know unless you knew them, unless you saw their net worth, and it doesn't change you. It just makes you more powerful. So the money is going to either it's just going to be a microscope, right? It's going to make you or a magnifier, not a microscope, a magnifier. It's either going to make you a more powerful evil person or a more powerful good person. And then what you choose to do with the power and success is up to you. But every time I'm around them, I just think, oh my God, like I think I'm doing well, and I am playing so small, like so small. Like, I remember the first time I moved into like a luxury condo in 2012, and I was like, oh my God, I will never need anything bigger than this. Right? And then I moved into my first townhouse, and I was like, oh my God, why would I ever need anything more than a townhouse? Like in 2013, right? And then I got a house in Texas, and I was like, whoa, why would I ever need more than 3,500 square feet? And then now I live in a mansion, right? And I'm like, well, why would I ever need more than this? And then people on TikTok,
Square feet.
It's just 6,500. But then I'm on Instagram, right? It was just me, right? I'm on Instagram, and my doggies, by the way. I'm on Instagram, and I'm house hunting the other day, and I'm saying, all right, minimum 8,000 square feet, needs this many garages, and people are like, why? I'm like, I don't think you get it unless you're really around people who have vision. Like, I know I personally don't need more space, but do my dreams? Yeah. Do my goals? Yeah. If I want space where more people can mingle and I can do events in my house, then I need a bigger meeting area. Like, this is not going to cut it. I can fit 40 people in my living room right now. I can't fit 100. Like, I'm thinking all these things. That's just, and even that, like I said, the ranch, this is, that man's house is a $25,000 or 25,000 square foot house. I was like, do you own Texas? Like, what is going on? Like, that is ridiculous, right? And it's just, you just need to get around things and people that expand you. I tell people, drive the dream car, even if it's way out of your budget and you can never get approved for it. I tell people, go on Zillow and type in the zip code of the neighborhood you've wanted to be in since you were, young or whatever, or maybe just stepping into it. I tell people, make the... Oh, I thought I almost tore it. I was going to say, I tell people, hold on, what is going on? I can't even show you. I'm trying to show you. This dream board is stuck here, but it's stuck on the camera. Good Lord. What a disaster. This interview is really something special. All right, but anyway, I tell people, make the dream board. Doesn't have to make sense, but whatever. Like, it will someday.
Tesla? Is that a Tesla?
No, that's my, well, it's my car now. That's a Lamborghini Urus.
Oh, is that the Lamborghini?
Yeah, I have it now. But mine's nicer. Mine's custom.
Look at you. You're like a baller. You're like a baller. Look at that.
I'm not like a baller. I am a baller, JT.
How many interviews have you done?
How many interviews?
Yeah.
A lot, like maybe 50 or 60, and then my podcast has 360.
How would you compare this interview? Is this the best interview?
This is so fun. Like, I love this, actually. This has been very entertaining, I must say. No, it's been way more entertaining than a lot of them. A lot of them are very boring, snooze fests, just typical, same 10 questions everyone asks.
Tell us what you do.
Right.
What makes you...
Yeah.
So, and what do you think of me? By the way, did you think of me before? Because you didn't know me.
Well, now that I know you're a misogynistic pig...
Cut that out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm very interested to know more about you. Obviously, I've seen your bios and all that stuff, but I'm excited to connect.
You seen the Hollywood stuff? You seen the Hollywood stuff?
Well, I see all these numbers, and I was on the call the other day when Grant Cardone said how much money you're leaving to your kids, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, so you heard that, huh?
So I heard it. So.
I'll talk to you off air about that. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put it like that on there.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're putting this, but I'll tell you a funny story about that afterwards. So, Well, there you go. Jessie Lee, a.k.a. the Shark, a.k.a. the Dominator, a.k.a. the Terminator, a.k.a. Single. There you have it. Is there a website that people can find you? Oh, you can go to www.sharks.week on Discovery.
Oh my God, Shark Week.
You're featured there. And by the way, you know what? Even if you're number 2, you could still be number 1. Maybe a new shirt I'm going to be sending you. But is there a website where people can find you?
Yeah, but the easiest is honestly on it. Yeah, you can go to my website. It's just heyjessielee.com. But the easiest thing is I respond to every DM on Instagram. So you might as well just DM me on Instagram at I'm Boss Lee. You can Facebook me. I'm all over social media. TikTok. You can email. Whatever. I'm everywhere. My phones don't leave. I don't say be right back on the internet anymore because I never leave.
Well, there you have it. She has never left. The shark just continuously roams the water, always searching for its next prey.
Oh my God.
This is the end of Shark Week. And we shall see you next time to see who is Jessie Lee's next prey.
You're making me sound very aggressive. Okay, very aggressive.
I'm trying to do my closing.
Okay, well that closing was whack. Let's try again, JT.
That was very good. That was very intense. Like, happy hunting.
Happy hunting.
Yes, because you're like a shark. You're gonna go eat some seals and stuff like that. I don't know what you're gonna. I don't know what they eat. You know what I mean? Seals, plankton.
Maybe orcas. Just kidding.
No, the orcas eat the sharks. That I made sure of. I googled that while you were talking to make sure because I didn't want you to say that they're sharks. So the orcas eat the shark. They're the strongest one.
Oh my God.
So not because you're a woman, just because I'm an orca. I'm black and white, 2 colors. So there you have it, the most interesting interview in the history of all interviews. But making money is fun, success is fun, but behind every fun interview, there's 20 hours and hours of work behind it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being on. Oh my God, that's so good.
That's fun. Cool.
So the story about that, so when Grant came on, and I don't know if you heard the early part, I think he was trying to call me out, be like, anyway, isn't it transparency how much money? I'm like, fucker, my Bitcoin can fucking, right now, what's in my Bitcoin wallet can destroy anybody, right? I have Bitcoin mines. I mean, I got in at 3,200. Like, what do you think it is now? That's just alone. So I kind of felt
well, now that I feel poor, I'm leaving. No, I'm kidding.
If you want, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an invite to, every 2 weeks, like, I have, rich people from all over the world. Some of my top clients, and Steve Mandel, who's the super agent for all kinds of celebrities and master investor. We get together and everybody just kind of talks if they have deals and stuff like that, and we get access to the best deals. And also I get access to I invest in movies, first money in, first money out.
I heard you say that in something. I was listening.
Yeah. So we do I also do flip cars, but because we get a deal with insurance companies, so any supercars we get first, we get it so cheap. like pennies on the dollars. I do tons of real estate.
Oh, well, send me information. I don't know if I get pennies on the dollar. I'd be interested to see what your return would be. I make good money.
How much money are you making?
Well, it depends on the
Like,
car.
what if you buy like a $100,000 car? What do you get back?
Well, you could. Well, I'm splitting 50-50 with the dealership, so on a $100,000 car, I'd probably make like 8, 10. Well, then put me on. Why are you Jewing me?
I'll put you in a group with a bunch of very successful people from all over the world. Like, and also too, like we get access to deals. Like, just did a hemp deal. Did a hemp deal 3 weeks ago, and we whatchamacallit, like you put like 50,000 was 5x. You know, and I put like 5 million. Like, just because the way the model is, and we had insurance so that if the crops mess up, we still get our money back, like shit like that. Or I also did a whiskey deal like 4 days ago. They needed factoring 23% in for 30 days, like not annualized. So I get a lot of insider deals like that. Plus, I mean, if you ever wanted to check out the crypto mines, that's like, but that's kind of printing money. It's hard to get anybody in there on the shit. It's printing money right now.
Yeah.
But all good things will last. You know, it's funny. I never bought crypto because I haven't liked crypto and it makes it right. So yeah, I bought crypto yesterday, and I never did it off the app. And I bought it at 29 and I sold it at 34, just for shits and giggles. And I made it like only $1,000 because there was like $4,300 in fees to buy crypto, buy and sell. Yeah. And then I Googled it and that's what they charge. Isn't that insane? Like,
because they can right now.
Bitcoin, what? It's insane. Man. And so like, so it needs to go $4,000 just for you to make money. I mean, I was like, what? So.
Yeah, you just gotta hold.
If you want, shoot me your cell phone. I'll send you a picture of myself in a sharp.
301 717 1537.
1537. You should have me on your podcast. It'd be even fine.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down.
Beverly Hills. Yeah. So if you want, I'll shoot you a text right now. JT Foxx. That's great. There you go. JT. Yeah, so if there's anything I could do, also too, I know a lot of big names people, so if you want to hear podcasts, like I know Jillian Michaels and a lot of people, so if you ever need some celebrity juice on your podcast to inspire people, just let me know. I'll make a call for you.
I just got your text. Cool, thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah, and by the way, so yeah, did Derek really spend $20 million on that studio?
I don't think so. Like, just knowing what the technology costs doesn't make sense. Spent a lot though. I would say probably.
I had my people do the math, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
And they said the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why I can't believe anybody says that.
A lot of people said because it's probably 4.
Tony spent 4. Tony Robbins spent 4. Now Eric bought the land and the building, but I mean, commercial wasn't really.
Yeah.
So, but I see the problem is I think it looks good for conversion. I just like. I can take my laptop and save myself like $7 million. So I don't understand the
training in it was awful, and I told him.
You did what?
I trained in it. I was one of the speakers. I spoke twice, and it was an awful experience as a trainer.
Really? Why?
There's no interaction. So like I think it's a good experience for them. You know, like I think, like if you're at home, you feel like the speaker is speaking to you. I don't really. I think that maybe feels like that. But as a speaker, and I talked to everybody, right? I was like, was that the worst presentation you ever gave? And they're all like, it was so bad. I'm like, I know. But there's like little pivots that they could have made. Like I know with 45,000 people watching, 50,000 people or whatever, there had to have been people who were super engaged. But none of those people were on my screens.
Was there really like 50,000, or that was just like?
Well, they sold over 40,000 tickets, so I don't know. I guess, but like there were hundreds of rooms of people, you know, and for whatever reason, everyone on my screen was dead. So like I was training with people that they don't even have smiles on their faces. They're like.
Well, because you probably got a lot of the Europeans too, or like the.
No, they didn't. They only had English speakers on the screens. I wish they gave me the Europeans. My business is massive in Europe. Europeans love me. Like, I would be like, okay, clap your hands. They'd be like, I'm like, all right. So we're not going to participate today. Okay, have a good one.
Did you meet Sloan?
No, he had some contract with Eric where, like, I guess he's cheaper if you don't do a meet and greet. So they brought him in a room and then literally out the same door, like a secret.
Well, Eric told me he paid $250 for him. And
yeah, I think he would have been like probably $400 for a meet and greet.
Bullshit. I got him for $150 with all the meet and greet. But Eric didn't call me before. I could have told him the story. I was like, why didn't you call me? I would have made the call. So I was like, you know, I don't know, you either like spending a lot of money, or I was like, well, you just like overpaid and you didn't get the experience, because obviously it would have been a big wow for the speakers that are there, you know what I mean? To have
yeah, like that would have been cool. I thought he was gonna get Will Smith. Will Smith was 400,000, I think, though, and then couldn't do it. He was filming in Canada or something.
There's always the problem with Will Smith is that he says that, and then Will Smith is really hard. I've been trying for 7 years, really hard. He's always got the movies. I'm working on The Rock right now. I'm like getting closer.
Well, I'll participate in that meet and greet.
Sorry, he doesn't like sharks.
Whatever. Yes, he does. He's just a
when the world comes back and comes to my very big event. And we had 31, our last November, not 21, I think like 31 celebrities. Dolph Lundgren, Russell Peters, a comedian.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I think I just put together who you are. Like, to somebody else, not to... Hold on a second. I have to go to an Instagram. One sec. What is your event called?
Mega Success.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Is that
Huh?
Yes, what? What's what?
Nothing. I got nothing nice to say. I can't say anything at all. That's what my mama taught me.
Go ahead, tell me.
No! Huh?
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
Okay, here, I show you a photo. This person on the top right.
Torsten?
Why would you have him speak at your event?
Torsten? He actually didn't speak at that event. Oh, actually, he did. Torsten. Oh, yeah, Torsten. Yeah, he's the German guy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what? He's in the same business as you. You're in the keto thing.
Did you vet him?
I met him in Germany. He was a nice. I mean, he's been to my house. He's been a nice guy. I mean, he's around Eric all the time.
I'm just asking if you vetted him, his actual credentials. He's in my downline.
Vetted him? I don't know about vetting.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can't vet everybody. I mean.
Well, I'm just saying.
But is he a?
He's in my business, so I know exactly the kind of business he produces.
Fuck. If I can't, I mean, I don't know. Listen. People paying a lot of money. What am I supposed to do? Can't vet everybody. And also, too, he's around Eric all the time, so it's clearly Eric didn't vet him either.
Well, he pays Eric.
It pays me too. He pays me too. So I'm 2 minutes late for my meeting, but I'll shoot you a text.
Oh God, I'm late too. Whoopsies! I didn't realize what time it was.
All right, Shark. It was very nice. Let's do it again.
Nice meeting you, Orca.
By the way, next Tuesday I'll give you details too, and then you come on in, meet everybody, and just kind of like, kind of listen in and see if there's any like you want to join the big boys and girls make money.
Cool. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, look forward to it, man. This was fun.
Cool. Yeah, it was. Appreciate you. Ciao. Yeah. Oh my God! Wow! Wow!
He said you ain't no shark. You pulled out the shark tattoo. You said, who ain't no shark? Who you talking to like that? Better watch your mouth. You talking crazy. You don't know who you talking to. You must not know who I am. Must be out your rabid mind. Where your tattoo at, Mr. Shark? Bruce? He think he Bruce from Finding Nemo. Well, tell everybody to go find him. I bet you they won't. You better go chill with the orcas. You better go back to SeaWorld. Hop back in that tank. I heard you got a show in 2 hours. hours and you need some rest. Now, here's the deal.
Oh my god, crying. Prince, I'm crying. That was the funniest you've ever been in your life. Oh my god. I almost just peed myself on TikTok live. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I'm literally about to pee myself. That was that made me laugh too hard. And now I got mascara in my eyes. Oh my god, that made me cry. Oh jeez. I did. I took the shark tattoo out. Look, okay, don't overtalk me. I'm the shark. You're not the shark. You're the little guppy. He owned Orca though, didn't he?
You better go hang out with the tadpoles.
I really am about to pee myself. Okay,
He tried to play Jessie Lee. Sheesh. You said, hold on. Excuse me. Jessie Lee hit that. Excuse me.
Did I say that?
Yup.
I did?
Yup. I got it on both cameras.
Oh my god, I wasn't that nice, was I?
He tried to play you.